What if I told you that one of the world's most elusive artists is quietly turning public buildings into expensive debates? Let me tell you about the time Banksy turned a courtroom wall into a £85,000 taxpayer headache, and why this might be the most brilliant PR stunt since someone painted a Mona Lisa on a vending machine. Picture this: a judge in a wig smacking a protester with a gavel, splattered across the Royal Courts of Justice in London. Sounds like a meme, right? But here's the kicker: removing it cost more than a small startup's annual budget, and the government's still not sure how to handle it. Personally, I think this is where art and bureaucracy collide in the most delicious way possible. You've got a listed building, a priceless piece of street art, and a government that's basically saying, "We're not sure if we love this or want to sue it." What makes this so fascinating is the absurdity of the situation. Banksy, a guy who's never been caught painting anything, that we know of, is now the subject of a multi-thousand-pound cleanup operation. The Ministry of Justice is sweating over preserving the building's original character, while trying to figure out if this is vandalism or a modern-day Michelangelo. And here's the thing: if you take a step back, this isn't just about a mural, it's about power. Who gets to define what's art versus defacement? The same people who spent £50,000 scrubbing paint off a wall are now debating whether a judge's wig is a symbol of justice or a punchline. It's like watching a courtroom drama where the jury is also the defendant. Then there's the tourism angle. Art critics are saying Banksy's work brings people together, but let's be real, this isn't exactly a heartwarming story. A statue of a man with a flag in Waterloo Place? Sure, it's picturesque, but the £60,000 price tag for safety barriers and security guards feels like a tax on curiosity. What many people don't realize is that these costs aren't just about removal, they're about control. Westminster City Council now owns the statue, but they're basically in a holding pattern, waiting for the artist to send a thank you note. Meanwhile, the piranha-covered police box in the City of London? That's the most poetic twist. A relic from the IRA era gets turned into a fish tank, then dismantled and stored in a museum. It's like Banksy saying, "You built this to protect people, but I'm here to remind you that fear is just a temporary fix." This raises a deeper question: when does street art become a public responsibility? The Shadow Justice Secretary called it vandalism, but I've seen more destruction in a single day at a football match. Banksy's genius isn't just in the art, it's in the conversation he forces us to have. A detail I find fascinating is how these incidents keep escalating. First, it's a mural. Then a statue. Then a police box. It's like he's testing the limits of what public space can handle. What this really suggests is that Banksy isn't just an artist, he's a provocateur who's turned the entire UK into his canvas. And honestly, I'd pay to see what he does next. Maybe he'll paint a portrait of the Prime Minister on Big Ben. Or maybe he'll just disappear again, leaving us all to argue about the cost of his legacy. One thing's for sure, this isn't just about art. It's about who gets to decide what's worth preserving, and who's going to foot the bill when the paint starts peeling.